Welcome, welcome. Welcome to our video together today. That was creepy, right? Welcome to this video. Thank you for being here together. That's my dog dreaming. Yeah, she's dreaming. Together today, we are my name is Capucine and I offer moments, hangouts, energy ceremonies, meditations, body doubling, experiences. And I have a Patreon. I also teach Reiki. And you can check my website on my Patreon. Today, together, we are picking a card from this tarot deck that I made with my friend Clotilde. And she's the artist. And we're going to meditate with the message that the card gives us. If it's your first time here, please consider checking out all the other videos. And of course, you know, the stuff, the liking, the commenting, the subscribing, if you like it. So there's a few cards that we've already completed, so if they fall, I might just choose to pick another card, unless there's a new message that comes with it. Alright, I don't know why, but this card just jumped out of my hands, and we're going to welcome the fact that this is the card for today. So the horse is the teacher. It's an initiation. He is taking you through a series of different doors, and the horse is looking back at you, inviting you to come with. Initiations, especially spiritual initiations, are not easy because they make you confront your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, your shadows, all the things that you actually do your best to hide away from even your own conscious mind. And the more you actually go through those portals and you choose bravery, you choose to go there, you choose to face the wave instead of running away from it, the more you grow, the more you create a deep, deep, deep tether with your own divinity. We're going to enter the year of the fire horse in February, when the Chinese New Year starts. I guess that's when I'll choose to publish this video. It's in a week. And I've seen a lot of people create content about what the fire horse represents, and I do not know anything about Chinese astrology, so I cannot tell you which is which. But for me, the horse connects me to Chiron. That's the intent with this card, actually. When I wrote the book for this card, the intent was to connect with Chiron, which is both an asteroid in the sky, but also the archetype of the Centaur. Chiron is the child of Saturn, and Saturn is well known for having eaten his kids. And Saturn is the god of time, also called Kronos, and it's a pretty violent figure of Greek mythology. Chiron has also been abandoned by his mother because Saturn actually raped his mother in order to have a sexual intercourse, and Chiron, half horse, half human, as a centaur, is the fruit of that horrible crime, and being abandoned by his mom creates a wound. One, he's alone in his species for a while before he meets other centaurs, if I remember properly. So he's, different, and he has that wound of being without kids, without parents, and he actually becomes the teacher of many. He becomes the healer, the wounded healer, and he helps you to understand what is your original wound, what is the first instance where you felt separated and out of love and abandoned, or just unloved, whichever way it happened, the way that you felt like, oh, you are not loved. And it will be different for everybody. Obviously, astrology can help us while considering where is the asteroid Chiron in your natal chart, which house, which sign. Chiron has been in Aries forever, and for 6 years plus, and it will move into Taurus this year. I'm actually very looking forward to a shift because, well, it's been in my 8th house, so it's been tough, but it's I just want to see a different texture of what Chiron in Taurus would be. I've created a lot of content around Centaurs and Chiron, so you can check. I have a meeting Chiron meditation that people still reach out to me about, saying, wow, that was such a beautiful journey, and I actually got to meet this archetype and receive wisdom from. So I'm going to put the link in the description. And I really adore my friends David and Jenny, who organize Centaur attunements, Centaur ceremonies, where you get to connect with the 9 Centaurs, and they also have published a book. So I'm going to put all the links. I interviewed them, so you can witness the interview with both David and Jenny. I interviewed David 6 or 7 years ago as well, so I have also an interview with just him. And their new book, their first book, is out as a collection and edited by them, by their new project. And together today as well, what we're going to do, I don't have a plan. I just decided to show up. I just feel like I had to do that. I feel like it's almost finished, like the project is finished. All I needed to do was say the horse, the teacher, the initiation. I have a meditation that is called the horse meditation, and it's all about the dichotomy between domesticity and freedom. That's what the horse represents to us, right? We have domesticized this animal in order to serve us before we had cars, and the horse was a daily part of human interactions, and now they're much more retreated from us, right? To go and meet a horse, you have to either have the financial means. It's pretty expensive to either own a horse or take care of a horse or ride a horse. So the accessibility is very, very changed in the past century. There's a book called Black Beauty by Anna Sewell that is incredible. I really recommend it. It's really mind-blowing to understand. It's from the point of view of a horse throughout his life in the late 19th century, beginning of the 20th maybe, and to see the consciousness of a being that is not human. And it's fiction, but it's poignant. For those who have Sagittarius placements, you might really resonate with Centaurs, with the archetype of the horse, with this, feeling like people impose on you domesticity or a type of structure when all you don't want is freedom of movement, expansion, not necessarily to have no home base, but to actually be able to explore physically, mentally, philosophically, everywhere. And I do have a lot of Sagittarius placements, so I really feel like the horse, it's a consciousness. It's you can see and feel it in their silence, and that's why we started with silence. That there's so much happening behind those eyes, and I don't know if you resonate with that, but I don't want to do any speciesism where one animal is better than the other, but I really connect with horses in a way that feels like they've embodied their own divine self. That's, I guess, the best way to say it. And obviously everyone has access to that, but there is something, there's a mission, there's a purpose with the horse being on earth that is beyond what I've gathered in my own experiences. I offer Reiki sessions for animals as well as humans, and I'm extremely lucky to be offering regular energy sessions for a farm that has multiple horses, and I connect with their Akashic records. We do communication and we talk and we exchange, as well as doing the energy healing. So I've met a lot of horses lately in the past year and a half or so, and I've learned so much from them, from the sessions and from outside the sessions, because now it has happened that I've offered sessions to other people, and the consciousness of some of those horses just showed up and helped and became guides and teachers, initiators. And I've drawn up the project behind this card 6 years ago, and my friend made the art, and I didn't know that I was about to be initiated through this wonderful client and her farm and her horses, and yet now it's happening. So if you have the opportunity to connect, take it. And if there's horses around you, you don't have to go and ride them. Just come and meet them and observe them and maybe connect with them. I don't feel comfortable riding a horse, so even though I've been invited at some point to go and maybe ride horses, I didn't, and I just stayed and petted them and connected with them and gave Reiki to them in ways where I felt instantly in another dimension, when I was just closing my eyes with my hand on their star, on their nose. They often have a spot right there. And it was like I have to actually remember that I'm a human standing on two legs who has to stay standing up and is visible by other humans in those situations, because of how transcendental it was to connect with a horse that one has invited you to connect and has the ability to take you through those doors. So I really believe that this is complete. I don't see anything else that I could be doing. Maybe this was just a carrefour of perspectives and explorations, and then you can continue whichever way you want, just like an adventure book. You can either click on the meditation with Chiron, or the horse meditation, or my interview with Jenny and David, or my interview with David, or something else that has to do with horses. Yeah, it's going to be beautiful. Like, please take the time. Don't switch to something else. Please take the time, and we're so lucky to be sharing the same planet. We are so lucky. Thank you for being here. All right, that was yeah. I wish you the most beautiful fire horse year, and I know that whichever ride they'll be taking you on, you'll come out of it transformed, because it's the element of fire. And if it gets too much, if you have too much fire in you as well, you can, walk near water or be in contact with water as an element in your rituals. Thank you, and I'm wishing you the best. Take care.